If you have ever looked at the Forex charts and you felt really overwhelmed, there are just so many indicators. Where do you start from? Well, you are not alone. Now, imagine trading with just price. No moving average, no RSI, just price movement. That's what price action is all about. Price action trading simply means that you are reading the market based on how price behaves, how it moves, how it reacts, and how it forms patterns over time. Instead of relying on indicators to tell you what is happening, you learn to understand the story the market is telling through its price movement, candlestick formations, and support and resistance zones. Price action trading is widely used by professional traders because it is clean, it is flexible, and it helps you properly follow what the market is doing instead of relying on indicators. And the best part of price action trading is that it works across different markets. So whether it's Forex, crypto, indices, you name it, price action trading can be used to trade any of these instrumental assets. In this video, we will break down price action trading in a simple way that helps you understand and practice. So even as a beginner, you can start practicing and probably using it to trade. So first, how does price action work? Because no indicators, just price. So how does it work? At its core, price action is about reading price directly from the chart. No indicators, no clutter, just price. Price action trading is often called naked chart trading. And the simple idea is that price itself contains all the information you need to make a decision. So instead of relying on lagging indicators like moving average or oscillators, you pay attention to how price moves, that's fast or slow, impulsive or corrective, where it reacts, so the support and resistance zones, and then what pattern it forms, that's candlestick signals, breakouts, etc. Just in case you do not know how to identify support and resistance, or how to read and understand candlestick patterns and Forex chart patterns, then you may want to see our technical analysis playlist because we've broken down support and resistance, different candlestick patterns and Forex chart patterns that may be helpful for you in practicing and price action trading. So when trading using price action, you are technically studying market behavior in real time. For example, if you notice that price keeps bouncing off a particular point, that tells you that this area is important and needs to be looked into. Or if you see a big bullish candle suddenly breaks through resistance, that could be a sign of momentum and potential continuation. So you see how price actually tells a story. And that story is what we are trying to understand. So like I've said, in price action trading, you are no longer just trading indicators. No, you are now trading price and what the market is actually doing. It is clean, it is focused, and most importantly, it helps you understand the why behind price movements. Now to move on, let's see some of the core concepts of price action trading. To be confident in price action, there are core concepts that you need to understand. These are like the building blocks of price action setups. So let's quickly walk through them. First, support and resistance. These are horizontal zones where price tends to bounce or reverse. Support is where price has trouble falling below, and resistance is where price has trouble breaking above. Think of them as psychological levels where buyers or sellers step in. Once again, if you are yet to properly understand how to identify support and resistance zones, then you want to see our video on support and resistance and how to trade with support and resistance. It's in our technical analysis series, and you will find that video very helpful if you are looking to become a price action trader. Now the next concept is market structure. Price doesn't move randomly. If you carefully study price, you would notice that it follows a structure. In an uptrend, so when market is in an uptrend, you would notice higher highs and higher lows. On the other hand, when the market is in a downtrend, you would notice lower highs and lower lows. Recognizing this helps you understand whether to buy, to sell, or to stay out. because it is always very risky to enter the market against the trend. So understanding the prevailing or current market trend is always very helpful. Now, the next core concept are candlestick patterns. Candlesticks tell stories. Learn to spot powerful ones. For example, pin bars show strong rejection, often a reversal signal. Engulfing candle, that's a big candle that swallows the previous one, shows strong momentum shift. And inside bars signal consolidation before a breakout. These patterns are strongest at support, resistance, or during trend changes. Like I've said before as well, if you are having trouble understanding bearish candlestick patterns, bullish candlestick patterns, or even single candlestick patterns, then you definitely want to see the video on candlestick patterns. In fact, we have a couple of videos explaining different candlestick patterns, different categories of candlestick patterns, and you would find that video helpful, because if you are looking to become a price action trader, then you definitely need to be able to tell when a candlestick pattern just formed on the chart. You'll find that helpful. So you may find those videos helpful as well. And if you do, don't forget to leave me a comment so I know that you found them helpful. Now, the fourth concept, breakouts and fake outs. Breakouts happen when price pushes through a key level with momentum. But sometimes what you see as a breakout is actually a fake out. That is, price breaks the level but quickly reverses. Learning to spot real breakouts versus fake outs is a big part of mastering price action. And that's why in the video on support and resistance, or all the videos on candlestick patterns, we keep telling you to wait for confirmation. So every time you see a candlestick pattern, you see price breaking the support or the resistance, it is always important that you wait and confirm. By confirming the breakouts, you are able to tell whether it is a real breakout or just a fake out. That's the relevance of confirmation. These concepts that I have just explained will form the foundation for every smart entry and exit you would make in price action trading. Once you understand them, the chart starts making a lot more sense. Now let's move on to discuss the tools you would need as a price action trader. So you're a beginner looking to go into price action trading. These are some of the tools that you would find helpful. Now, one of the best parts of price action trading is how simple it is. Like how simple your setup looks. You don't need 5 indicators or fancy templates or expensive softwares. No, you don't need those. All you need is a clean chart, 1 or 2 time frames, and good understanding of key levels and structures. Now let's quickly explain each of these 3 tools. First, your clean chart. Start by removing all unnecessary indicators. The more you declutter, the easier it becomes to see what price is actually doing. All you need are candlesticks and maybe a horizontal line tool, and that's it. And of course, you know that you can find your horizontal line tool on TradingView and as well as the trading platforms offered by different brokers. Now, the next thing is to choose your time frame, and you want to choose your time frame wisely. For beginners, you may want to consider using a 4-hour and a daily time frame for clarity. You can also consider adding a 1-hour time frame for extra confirmation. 4 hours and a daily time frame, and maybe add a 1-hour time frame as well, just for the extra layer of confirmation. These time frames reduce noise and help you see the overall structure clearly. Now, the next thing is a simple drawing tool, which you can find on TradingView or MetaTrader 4 and 5, and on some of the platforms that your brokers offer. In your simple drawing tool, what you need are horizontal lines to identify support and resistance, like to map them out. You also need trend lines to make structure, and a notepad or journal to track your thoughts and trades. It's always a good idea to journal your trades so that you can understand the lessons that you are learning from each trade. Always remember that the goal is for you to read the chart, not to depend on external tools. The fewer the tools you use, the more focused you are on understanding what price is actually doing or saying. Now to the core part of price action trading. Let's see how to read and understand the market as a price action trader. This is where it all comes together. Reading the market with price action is like trying to understand the language of the market. So when you are looking at the chart, you are not looking for a magic signal, but you are asking, what is price telling me? So first, you want to start with understanding the market's direction. Understanding the market's direction involves identifying the trend. Are we in an uptrend? That is, are there higher highs and higher lows? Or are we in a downtrend and lower highs? Or are we ranging? So is the market moving sideways? You need to know the context before thinking about making an entry. Thing you want to do is to zoom out to see the bigger picture. Use the higher time frame like the daily to understand the overall direction. Then you drop to 4 hours or 1 hour to refine entries. Don't get lost in small candles. Price makes more sense when you zoom out first. So once you identify the market direction, maybe on your 4 hours time frame, zoom out and see what it's saying on the daily time frame. And then you can also zoom in for more clarity to see what the 1 hour time frame is saying as well. The next thing you want to do is to watch how price reacts at key levels. When price approaches a support or resistance level, pay attention. Does it reject the level with a pin bar? Does it break through with momentum? Or does it consolidate? So you want to see what price is doing once it gets to support and resistance levels, because these reactions tell you what buyers and sellers are thinking. The next thing is to let the market come to you. Don't chase trades. Chasing trades is another good way to blow your account. Instead, let price come into a level. React and give confirmation before you enter. Patience is a price action trader's secret weapon. See what price does when it comes to a level. Understand how it reacts. Confirm before you enter. Once you build the habit of understanding price this way, trading becomes less about guessing and more about understanding. Now let's see some price action strategies for beginners. So now that you understand the core concept, you know what to look out for. Let's also see some strategies that you may find helpful. So first, the breakout and retest setup. This is a powerful and beginner-friendly strategy, and here's how it works. Price breaks a key support or resistance level. Then it comes back to retest that same level. If the retest holds and shows a rejection candle like a pin bar, that's your signal. You can buy after a successful resistance break and retest and sell after a support break and retest. Now the next strategy is the reversal candlestick setup. This setup appears at the end of a trend or at a strong support or resistance zone. And this is what you have to look out for. First, look out for pin bars, that's long wicks showing rejection. You can also look out for engulfing candles to show strong momentum shift. This often signals a change in direction, especially when they form at key levels. Seeing these reversal candlesticks do not mean that, yes, you can now enter. Always wait for confirmation. Now, to understand how to enter and exit the market when you see different reversal candlesticks, you may want to see like our videos on bearish and bullish candlestick patterns. You would find them helpful because there we broke down different trend continuation and reversal candlestick patterns and how to trade with them. So that's why we are not discussing it in this video. However, you can find them in those videos and I hope you find them helpful. So like I already said with the reversal candlestick setup, there's also a continuation candlestick setup. If price is trending, sometimes it pauses before it continues, and you want to look out for pullbacks to a previous resistance turned support. You also want to look out for a small consolidation or a flag pattern. Then wait for a bullish or bearish candle to break out of the pause zone. This gives you a high probability of entry in the direction of the trend. You can find videos on candlestick patterns, Forex chart patterns, to know how to enter and exit. So make use of them. These 3 strategies are more than enough to get you started. However, you don't need to be a master of all 3 at once. You can start with practicing one and becoming a master at that one. You can even start with like practicing break and retest using for support and resistance. When you master it, then if you wish, you can practice others as well. Now let's see some common mistakes to avoid as a price action trader. As powerful as price action trading is, it is easy to fall into certain traps, especially when you are just getting started. So let's go over a few common mistakes and how to avoid them. First, overcomplicating the chart. There is always the temptation to add more indicators, add an indicator, add indicators, just to be sure of the signal you are getting. But you should note that more tools does not mean better decisions. Consider sticking to clean charts to avoid complexity. Next is trading without context. Don't zoom in too quickly. A pin bar on the 15-minute chart means nothing if the daily trend is against it. Always start with higher time frames, then zoom in for entries. The next mistake most beginners make is ignoring structures and key levels. If you are trading without identifying support and resistance and trend direction, you are basically just guessing. Price action is all about reacting or responding to what the market is doing and not predicting blindly. Another mistake beginners make is entering too early. Beginners jump on any entry signal they see, but price action is about patience. Always wait for confirmation, like a clean retest, a rejection candle, or a break of structure. But always wait to confirm the signal before you enter the trade, so you don't fall for fake outs. And lastly, most beginners do not keep a trading journal. Always journal your trades. If you are not journaling, you are most likely not learning. Write down what you saw, why you entered, and what happened after you entered. This will help you learn from your mistakes, and it may even help you learn faster than any course will help you learn. So journal your trades. Avoiding these mistakes will save you money, will save you time, and will save you from the stress or frustration. So take note of them and avoid them. And hey, before you think about going live as a price action trader, before you start using real money to go to trade price action, you want to first of all practice the price action strategy you are willing to master. Practice it by backtesting, by using a demo account, but just make sure you practice. Very important for you to practice, because price action trading is not about memorizing setups. No, it's about being able to spot a setup when you see it real time on the chart. And of course, the best way to build your skill as a price action trader is by practicing, by backtesting. Backtest, practice on a demo account before you finally go live. Just in case you do not know what backtesting means, backtesting simply means going back to old charts and practicing how you would have responded or reacted based on price action. So you want to ask yourself, would I have spotted the support level? Did I recognize the pin bar or the break and retest? Where would I have entered, set my stop loss, and taken profit? You can use tools like TradingView to replay past price movement. It's a great way to simulate live conditions without risking money. So you watch how price behaves around your key levels and test different setups. So there you have it, a basic introduction to price action trading. We may have much more videos explaining like price action trading strategies more in depth, but this is just an introductory video, and I really hope that you found this helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Our goal is to provide you with access to free but correct Forex trading education. So yeah, subscribe to this channel. And if you are looking to join a community of Forex traders where you can feel free, interact, learn from them, then you should of course join our community on mytradingland.com. It is free to join and you would be able to interact with other Forex traders and pick their brains. Aside from the community, on My Trading Land, we also have access to other educational materials like videos like this one. We also have text-based resources for those of you who like to read. And we have free economic calendar, free news tab, free Forex trading session and indicator to help you know which Forex trading session is live at whatever time. In all, you would find mytradingland.com helpful and useful. So just visit mytradingland.com. Hope you found this video helpful. Bye-bye.